Hey Mustang, good to see you. This will be a quick live. Just want to read a new article that just came out on the case. I would say that though. It's gonna be a quick one. That's what I like about this. Hey Louise, how are you? How's everybody's Labor Day weekend? Yeah, for sure. I get updates on like the Sun and like these articles. I want to read it first with everybody. Like I want to be on the same page with everybody here. Just grab some water and then I'll start reading. I turned off all my devices so that way it's not eating up the internet. That's helping out. So I had to log back in. But I'll start reading. Cause yeah, it'll be a quick live. Yeah, so the article is it's by the same lady, Katie Forster. So she's been doing covering the reporting on this journalist. She's doing a good job at it too. Uh, but yeah, it's the title's "Hidden Horrors." Emmanuel's Haro's neighbors insist he'll never be found, and reveal chilling reasons why parents' abuse could be hidden. Hmm. All right, Jake 32 and Rebecca Haro 41 have been charged with murder and filing a police report after claiming little Emmanuel was taken from a parking lot last month. Couple pictures. Bicycles and blue swings can be seen abandoned at the home of Jake and Rebecca in Cabazon, California. Cali is that POS right there. They have denied killing the baby in interviews from behind bars, but have not yet entered formal pleas as they await their court date. So the next court date is September 4th, and that's when they're gonna present their pleas. The couple previously begged for help on TV, with Rebecca claiming she was attacked in the parking lot of Yucaipa, California, Big Five Sporting Goods, while changing her son's diaper on August 14th. She alleged she was punched in the face and a mystery kidnapper snatched their child, leaving her dazed with a black eye. But police claim they noticed inconsistencies in her accounts of events, and a week later arrested the couple at their remote home. Let's go down here. Footage showed the pair looking down at the ground while being let out of the property on August 22nd. 2 days later, Jake was taken to the search site for his son in Moreno Valley, California, but officials have not found Manuel's remains. Jake was seen in prison garments with search and rescue crews near the 60 freeway and Gilman Springs Road area. Talking about the search for Emmanuel's body, a neighbor told the U.S. Sun, "I heard they were searching off the 60 freeway. There are a lot of coyotes, even though we're here in the mountains." Give me a second. Let me put this up a little bit. Zoom in a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. So this just came out a few hours ago. So I guess they were talking to the neighbors, and the neighbors are saying that the kid, that Emmanuel, isn't going to be found, and they believe he probably won't ever be found. All right, let's continue. There are a lot of coyotes, even though we're here in the mountains. Even though we are here and the mountains are over there, you can hear them as if they were right here, and we're in a more populated area. So you can imagine just driving 5 minutes. I don't think the remains will be found. As someone who has lived here all my life, they are gone. Not only just this area, but if you know all of Riverside and San Bernardino County, there's a lot of open space. If you didn't want something to be found, I'm pretty sure you could find a way. It's really sad to hear it, but it's the truth. If you're a local here, you know that baby is gone. She added, "Our community is hoping that they at least recover, but the majority of us know there will likely be nothing to recover." The Haro family rundown ranch-style home is situated at the end of a road on a 0.89-acre lot with only one immediate neighbor in a quiet community just minutes from the sheriff's station. Eerie exclusive photographs show discarded bicycles in the swing along with other toys near the patio on a huge front lawn. The neighbor told the U.S. Sun that many locals keep to themselves, and the Haro house was so secluded anything could have happened inside its walls. Excuse me, I need to cough. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Let me go back. Not sure where I left off. I'll just start from here. Not only just this area, but if you know all Riverside, San Bernardino County, there's a lot of open space. If you do want something to be found, I'm pretty sure you could find a way. It's really sad to hear it, but it's the truth. If you're local here, you know the baby's gone. She added, our community is hoping that they at least recover, but the majority of us know there will likely be nothing to recover. So the family's home is situated at the end of a road of a 8.9 acre lot with only one immediate neighbor in a quiet community just miles from the sheriff's station. Yep. Eerie exclusive photographs show discarded bicycles and a swing along with other toys near the patio on a huge front lawn. The neighbors told the U.S. Sun that many locals keep to themselves, and the Haro house was so secluded anything could have happened inside its walls. They said, look how far back their house is. If anything was going on in that house, it's not like anybody here would have heard anything. They have like half a mile before the front door. A second neighbor echoed her thoughts, saying, everybody here keeps to themselves. We stay out of each other's business, so they could do whatever they wanted over there. And here's like a little picture of their home where they were arrested, the search area where Jake took searchers, and then here is a day before the arrest. Jake called the sheriff's for a server's call, but the sheriffs didn't go into it. They said no comment. They couldn't comment on that. But it's pretty interesting that it's all right here on this 60 freeway. I'm gonna look more into that and see what that was about. Maybe see if I can get the 911 calls or something. I doubt I can now, but maybe just a little bit of information. And then up top, up top here, and can't talk today. Tired. Abduction spot. It's right here on Yucaipa, above, and about 5 minutes from where the abduction spot is. I walked it from the Big Five to the football practice area, and it's not far. It's pretty close. So it's interesting that Rebecca chose that spot to go to to report a kidnapping of her 7-month-old baby Emmanuelito. That's her. That's the searchers with Jake. That's the search area off the freeway. But that search area is a lot farther back than this area. The news was reporting this area, but it's far back. I'll see if I can pull a map of that area. It's pretty interesting to look at. All right. Here we go. There have been no updates from the search site pictured so far above. So no new updates on search. And this came out today, a couple hours ago. So there's been no updates on search site as of today. It's shocking and so sad to think the sheriff's station is just down the road. Following his arrest, it emerged that Jake has a 2023 felony conviction for child cruelty. We went over that too. And the penal code and the misdemeanor and the felony, the differences stemming from an arrest in Hemet, California, while he was married to his ex-wife, Vanessa Avina. On October 13, 2018, their 10-week-old daughter was admitted to the hospital, and doctors told police the little girl had an acute fractured rib, 6 ribs with healing fractures, a skull fractured, brain hemorrhage, swelling of the neck, and a fractured leg bone that was healing. An officer wrote in an affidavit for a warrant that the findings were indicative of abuse, head trauma, child physical abuse, and nutritional neglect. Jake reportedly blamed the baby's injury on Vanessa. Both eventually pleaded guilty to the charge in 2023 but escaped jail. Vanessa's mother, Margarita Avina, gave an emotional interview to The Sun last week about her granddaughter's terrifying ordeal. We read that too. They blame my daughter, but Jake is the devil, Margarita claimed as she began sobbing. And he gets away with murder. He got away with what he did to my granddaughter. The little girl, now a 7-year-old, was adopted by Vanessa's cousin along with another son. So yeah, we went over her statements. They were pretty heartbreaking. Here's the timeline. This is pretty interesting, a nice timeline. I do want to go over this. Let me grab a drink real quick. Yeah, August 14th, Emmanuel's mom, Rebecca, reports him missing. She claims she was attacked near a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa. And then the next day, on the 15th, San Bernardino cops issued a statement saying the search for Emmanuel is ongoing. They reveal that he has not been found. So that was the next day. On the 16th, cops say they cannot rule out foul play. August 17th, police visit the Haro family home. August 18th, police say they have conducted extensive searches in the Yucaipa and Cabazon area. Oh, wow. So that was on the 18th. That's interesting. Police say they have conducted extensive searches in the Yucaipa and Cabazon areas. They also revealed that a large amount of surveillance footage has been retrieved or reviewed. 19th, San Bernardino cops probe an alleged sighting of Emmanuel. Police have also seized a car belonging to Emmanuel's dad, Jake. So yeah, on the 19th, they were probing into an alleged sighting of Emmanuel. It's wild. The 20th, cops say Emmanuel still hasn't been found. 21st, 1 week since Emmanuel was reported missing, cops search a home in the Cottonwood Avenue area. And so they were searching everywhere. 22nd, Jake Haro and Rebecca Haro are arrested and charged with murder. Police continue to search for little Emmanuel. 24, Jake wearing prison overalls joined cops as they search the area near the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. Emmanuel still hasn't been found. Continue here. Riverside District Attorney Michael Hestring told a press conference earlier this week that the girl is permanently bedridden and has cerebral palsy as a result of long-term child abuse. Margarita said, "I always wanted justice. I leave it to God. I think this is justice. But this didn't have to happen to baby Emmanuel. I knew he would do something like this again. This poor baby, it's been traumatizing. But I knew he would do it. Look what he did to my granddaughter. I hope he pays. He has destroyed lives." District Attorney slammed the judge's decision to give Jake a pass, calling it an outrage. We went over that too. Jake struck a deal with the court and was given a suspended sentence, ordered to serve 180 days in a work release program and probation. Pretty much, go pick up trash for 180 days. When our criminal justice system breaks down, I'm going to call it like it is and say it broke down, the DA told the media at the press conference. In a jailhouse interview, Jake, who maintains his innocence, claimed he was railroaded into accepting the plea. Hestron also said that the investigators have a strong indication of where Emmanuel's body may be and the search is ongoing. Okay, let me read that again. Hestron also said that investigators have a strong indication of where Emmanuel's body may be and the search is ongoing. If you know anybody that's been affected by any of the issues raised in this story, call the Child Help National Abuse Hotline. There's a number, or live chat. So I'll leave that up for a second. Hundreds of stuffed toys been left outside of Jake and Rebecca's house, along with messages to baby Emmanuel. Yep. There's the arrest. Yeah, I think that was it. So pretty much, this came out a few hours ago. Neighbors are speaking out, talking to reporters, talking to journalists, pretty much stating their opinions that they really haven't seen the baby or don't think the baby will be found. So pretty much, it's just saying that the neighbors, they keep to themselves. Usually, a lot of those areas, people move there because they want to, they're like homebody. They want to keep to themselves. They don't bother anybody else. They don't go into, their other people's business, stuff like that. That's what the neighbor was saying. Everybody just keeps to themselves, and that they don't believe that the body will be found. It's saying that they do believe where he is, that they believe they have an idea. It's just the way they word it sometimes, believing something and something to be true. It's like a fine line. I mean, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that kind of threw me back a little bit too. How the article was saying that. I mean, maybe like one or two people are going out there to search, you know, a searcher. Maybe it's not like a full-on search, but maybe you know, they have like a tip, they have cell data, you know, they have footage or something, and maybe one or two are going out there to search. Because I haven't seen anything where they're doing like big searches like off the 60, and it still says like towards the end of the article that the searches and are still ongoing. So maybe it's just like political correctness saying it like that, you know. We're still searching. We're not giving up. Hey, Kim, welcome in. We just pretty much read an article that came out today. It came out a few hours ago. Not much in it. I just read it with everybody for the first time. Pretty much the neighbors are saying that they don't believe that the baby's gonna be ever found. If you want to catch up on like other yeah, I heard that EquiSearch was out there, but I was trying to find information on their website and I couldn't find anything. I'm wondering if they updated that. What did you hear or what did you see that from them? Do you know anything about that? What date? Where do they search? Did they have any leads? That'd be pretty interesting because they're really good. EquiSearch is really good. So they pulled out, huh? Yeah, so pretty much the neighbors, you know, a journalist, well, he had it on his channel. I don't know who that is. Is that a creator or the guy that does EquiSearch? Yeah, it kind of trips me out a little bit when like for the play on words, you know, the wording kind of, you know, we're still searching. The search is still ongoing. You know, it just it falls flat when they say that, and I go out there and I'm not seeing anything. Oh, Brian Anton. Oh yeah, the journalist. Yeah, he's pretty good. I might go into the I want to say alleged confession because we're hearing both sides of that, but I'd be interested to look into that. Yeah, Brian Anthony. You guys want to go over that? It's the confession, the supposed confession. I haven't really seen it or anything. I just kind of been going with law enforcement, the district attorney, the sheriff station, just kind of what they're putting out because they're putting out some really good information. Same with the Sun and other articles and journalists. They do a good job. You know, they go out there. They're very professional. All right, yeah. Let me see if I can pull that up. I haven't seen it. I mean, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it because I'm not there yet. But let's check it out. Let's check it out, man. Just give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. Yeah, the thing is with the articles that have been coming out recently from the Sun, I mean, they're a really good, reputable source of news, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far. I haven't seen anything on there stating about that stuff, so about the confessions and things. But I'll hear it out. No big deal. Because on their articles, they always say he's maintaining his innocence. He's maintaining his innocence. All right. I haven't seen them. There's no birth certificate. Has anybody find the baby's birth certificate yet? Mark, I just listened to a channel before I came over. He was explaining there's no birth certificate to be found. You have your HPA laws, but he had some interesting information about the birth. Yeah, that's weird, huh? Yeah, there's a rumor, the HIPAA law. Yeah, there's a rumor going on. Yeah, that rumor that she gave birth at the house. Allegedly speculating rumor. All right, let's watch this. So this is Brian Enton. He investigate. He's been doing some pretty good work. Let's check it out. So full credit to Brian Enton investigates. Here we go. A little bit. I have to do some commentary. I have to get used to doing that because YouTube's funny with things like that. So here we go. Yeah, so they're saying like a fake inmate. So they do that a lot sometimes to try to get confessions. Again, I have to talk over it. I have to get used to playing stuff like this, and or else YouTube gets funny with it. So let me play it again, or let me resume it. Excuse me. So he's saying, that he rolled over onto the baby on accident. That he's telling a fake inmate, and that he buried the child. Okay. Yeah, definitely full credit to. I mean, Brian Anton. It says right there. Everybody knows the guy. So I just want to be. I just don't want to get copyrighted striked or anything like that. So you have to like commentate on it and make it your own in a way. Oh, that's interesting. So they think that was all made up. I mean, didn't we go over that? Didn't we say that that he's a liar and he's a manipulator? I mean, this is a thing that we went over and we were like, no, this guy's a manipulator. He wants to be in control. He's a liar. What makes people think that he's going to go out there and you know, all of a sudden have a change of heart and here it is, here's everything. He still has court date, in my opinion. I mean, it's not too far fetched, for somebody to say that or to, a lot of these killers they brag about what they do, but it kind of surprises me that he's saying that in prison or where he's at because they don't take too kindly to baby killers. So that's like a side note there. Yeah, see, I'm having more thoughts about this after the article yesterday that came out from Vanessa's mom. I'm wondering, and this is just a thought and an opinion. I'm wondering if Rebecca is still under this guy's control after all this, even right? But because we heard Vanessa wasn't the same, that's what the grandmother was saying. So that's like another thought that I was having is could it be possible that Rebecca is still under Jake's spell? Three weeks ago from when is a good question. So this is the former prosecutor, right? This is what I've heard. This is it. That this is a former prosecutor. It all up. I'm confused. What a line POS. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is what we went over. We're just watching this, and this is what we went over. That he's a liar. He's a manipulator. And now she said, look, she's confirming what we've been saying that he made it all up. So I guess like yeah, he confessed, okay, but you can also say he lied. Allegedly made up. It seemed too far fetched, and yeah, people, Ellie has done that before, where they stick somebody in there in hopes of gaining new information. Yeah, that's done all the time. Was told a fake story and a lie. Okay. Yeah, definitely. We went over that too. I went over there too to that landfill, and it's pretty interesting. But I didn't go in. I just got some information, and then we went over some of the stuff. How that particular landfill that I believe the trash was taken to, how their process is. Yeah, they're usually not far fetched. The story's not far fetched that okay, he rolled over on him and I threw him in the trash, but then he's trying to say, well, I buried him, and so I can, he's trying to minimize it, trying to gain sympathy, trying to humanize himself. Yeah, see, I was watching the aerial footage of this earlier, and it's vast, it's huge, and it's hot. In my opinion, I don't see this guy going out there, parking his car where highway patrol are hot out there trying to patrol. There's a solid line for semi trucks only, so you have to cross from one lane a solid line to the semi truck to that area. I just don't buy it. And obviously, he made it up. They're saying he made it up. It's exactly what we were all saying in chat a few days ago, and then some. Yeah, yeah. See these people, these killers, these psychopaths, these sociopaths, these narcissists. That's how they think. They don't think like how we think. I always repeat that. We always say, why didn't they give the baby up for adoption? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? It's you know because they don't think like us. That's why. So you have to put yourself in the mind of the killer. You have to put the mind, you know, uh, your mind on their mind, how they would do things. That's how one of John Douglas. He has a really good book. It's called Criminal Minds, and he talks about that. And that's a really good book on serial killers, etc. That one I recommend. He talks about how he puts himself in the mind of the killer. It's called Criminal Minds by John Douglas. There's also, I think, a Netflix show on that. It's really good too. Yes, she's still sticking to her story, but um, we know from that last interview of, I mean, from the recent interview of Margarita, the Jake's ex mother-in-law, about Vanessa, the daughter, how he was manipulating her, how he was telling her that nobody loves you, blaming the injuries on her. And I looked more into that, and she now has a life with a baby of her own. And she's, from what the grandma was saying, is that she's doing a lot better. And I believe that because she's away from this dude and has a new man, a new life, a new baby, and you don't hear her on the news. You don't hear her about police reports going to her house. You would have heard that by now. Where do you hear those stories from? From Jake, right? So that's why I'm seeing this in a different light with Rebecca. Yeah, there's another book, The Narcissist Playbook too. That one's really good. So I had a refresher on that. Yeah, it crashed. I don't know if you guys heard, but I just said that this laptop sucks, and another one's coming in tomorrow, a better one. One of my subs reached out and is donating one. It's a used laptop, but it's better than this one. So I'm just very appreciative and thankful about that. And then this, this laptop can just be used for, for reading or something.
Lower intelligence, that she's just repeating what she's been told. But like I said, again, I don't think we're done.
There we go.
I'd never heard of it before. How do they find the people to do this? Do they record them? Like, kind of walk me through the whole process.
And when you say I've been part of them, I don't the privacy and to make sure that the standard legal procedures are being followed. So there is one deputy district attorney designated to that unit, which is a great thing that the Riverside DA's office. So what happens is the entire interaction, the actual defendant and the
able to listen to